Hello everyone, I'm Said Mandegar. Welcome back to yet another tutorial. So great to have you here. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple and effective way to make a texture seamless using Photoshop. It's a quick and easy technique. So let's dive right in. As you can see, I've already applied this texture to my object in 3ds Max, but it's not seamless. That means the texture is repeating, and those repetition points are very noticeable. Luckily, fixing this is pretty straightforward. I will open the texture in Photoshop and use the offset filter to bring those repetition points into the center of the image. This helps us clearly see where the seams are breaking. Now, the texture is seamless on the edges, but the problem is right here in the middle. If we fix this area, the entire texture becomes seamless. Since this is a wood texture with planks, I first look for the natural joints between planks. That way, when I make edits, I don't accidentally cut through the length of a plank and break the realism. Next, I copy a random section from the same plank and place it over the visible seam. Then I add a layer mask and blend it into the original texture so there are no hard edges or new breakpoints. The goal is for the overlay to disappear completely into the base texture. I use the gradient tool on the mask and gently fade the edges from the outside towards the center. This creates a smooth, natural transition. Let me hide the background layer so you can clearly see the new piece. Alright, this is the result. That repetitive seam is now gone. One important tip here, always pick random areas when you copy parts of the texture. Seamless doesn't just mean no seams, it also needs to feel random, so patterns don't repeat again somewhere else. You can reuse masks, tweak the fade length, or vary the blending. Just make sure to keep checking the offset view to confirm nothing stands out. So now I will merge everything and run the offset filter again. As you can see, the texture is fully seamless. This is my diffuse map, and now I will create the rest of the maps based on this clean version. I will duplicate it and rename it to glossiness. In this map, white areas define how glossy the surface is. More white means more shine. One big advantage of creating your own map is that you have full control over how the material behaves and looks in your scene. I usually recommend keeping glossiness more limited. If the map is too white, the entire wooden surface becomes overly shiny, which rarely works well, especially for exterior scenes or realistic interiors. Next is the reflection map. Here, I aim for a neutral result. Not too reflective, not completely matte. I keep it fairly bright, but avoid pure white. A soft gray range usually gives the most realistic reflection response, though this always depends on your project and lighting. For the bumps, we want a strong contrast. Bright areas will appear rise and dark areas will feel resist. This simulates the microsurface variation of real wood like grain, grooves, and worn areas. In reality, these resist parts often catch less light and reflection, which is why adding contrast here helps sell the depth and tactile quality of the material. Once everything is ready, I save the maps and assign them to a VRAY material in 3ds Max. I reload the diffuse map so it updates with the new seamless version. Now you can see no visible repetition thanks to the offset tool and masking technique in Photoshop. From this point on, fixing similar textures become very quick. Since my planks are modeled as separate objects, which is the best approach for a natural look, I apply a UVW map modifier, turn off instance mode, and then run a UVW randomizer script and try to randomize the position. This adds even more variation and breaks any remaining uniformity. Let me show you this project and how the final material look in the scene. Thank you so much for watching this far. Your support really means a lot. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. See you soon. Have fun.